Defeating a devil in his own home feels very, very good, actually. Darling, I thought you'd...
Raphael's good and gone. Feels damn good too. Now, if only I could get rid of the other devil in my life.
We are unstoppable. I feel like we could conquer the hells. I do not want a devil to hold my fate in his hands any more than a god. I say we put the devil from our minds and trust in ourselves. If anyone should have the power of the crown, it should be us.
So you wormed your way into the devil's lair, risked mind, limb, and freedom, all to steal the Orphic Hammer. I hope your ambitions end there. I have already told you that the Githyanki prince only wants to see you dead. But it seems you still do not trust me. That is not my definition of trust. You are falling into the same trap as the Chosen. Their distrust of one another is their undoing. We must not make the same mistake. We must work together. I wish I could trust you, but that you felt you needed to have it at all tells me that you are not worthy of that trust. Nonetheless, our fates are bound, and in the absence of a happier union, I will accept a useful one. You may think yourself ingenious for having slain a devil, but you have merely ironed out a wrinkle. The Elder Brain will not be such an easy foe. It is time we resume our journey to find it.
Breathe deep and move. Very well.
Trips to the hells are usually one way, especially when the traveler causes the kind of trouble you did. I knew you were a thief, didn't realize you were a killer. Raphael's death is already causing quite a stir across the hells. It's a rare thing for a mortal to slay a devil of his stature. I'm impressed, and just a little bit intimidated. Your coin is always welcome here. And so are you, Devil Slayer. Welcome back, Devil Slayer. What can I do for you? Now you've seen what I have for thee. Welcome back, Devil Slayer. What can I do for you?
What do you mean?
Light on
Better
my
than
feet.
ever. It was all about Lord Gortash's dying.
Carla, you're looking well.
Would be a lot better if you'd find a way to fix this engine, Damon.
I haven't stopped trying, but all roads lead to a dead end. Sorry, I didn't mean...
Never mind. Glad you're all right in any case. Nice forge you've got here.
Best I've had in years. Mistress of the house lets me operate from here for a fair price. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't happy.
Good. Someone should be.
Certainly. Shout if you need anything else. What can I do for you? I'm shocked by my good fortune, quite honestly. Rent is fair, and the setup is just what I need to start making a living again. Without you, I'd be dead in a ditch twice over. Instead, I have my own smithy in the city. At least, until the Absolute's army mows us down. But hey, anything could happen in the meantime. Optimism, right? Of course. Wouldn't be alive to hold them if it weren't for you.
That stresses me out more than the Gazette.
Another step forward. All is ash and meat.
It's you. I never forget a face. Welcome to Bone Cloaks. Doors are still open thanks to that noble stock you helped us with. We've even enough left over to keep ourselves fed. Not that Balin's worth the gold it takes to keep him fattened up. Anyway, we can knock a little off the top if you've a mind to buy. Take your pick. Welcome to Bone. We've even... Anyway, we can knock a little off the top if you... He's wrecking my head, as always. Makes himself useful with a broom from time to time, at least. You don't know him like I do. He may play the lamb, but beneath it all, he's a black-hearted ogre. Got the scars to prove it. Anyway, you ought to keep your nose in your own corner. Take your pick.
Private word would be nice.
Yes? Flattered as I am, you're fully supported as it is. Then let us be about it. At your command.
Here goes nothing.
Defender of the people, as one does. What have we here?
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Remember?
What do you think? This armor was such a bargain.
Work to be done. Sir, yes, sir.
I need a quick word.
What do you need?
I'm glad you're safe and thorough. My Harpers, they were replaced by doppelgangers.
Doppelgangers? If this is some kind of Harper test, friend, you'll find I'm testy enough by myself. Clear out, then. I have some tidying to do in case the Watchers get up and running again. I've had enough dealings with Harpers to know I don't want the answers. Go on now. I don't care much for your timing, but I like your gold well enough. Short fat.
Yes? Ask it.
It was so clever of old Grandpa. Here's hoping he's clacking. All right, what now? With haste.
Oi! Stop a moment.
Fine. Come in then. You might as well meet the family.
We'd hear her knees cracking. Quiet. Don't waste a step. Seems like a good moment to talk. What's that?
Move on! Commander might be away, but I keep a tidy house for her.
Enough, Fig. There's no point getting your hopes up. She'll be back.
Oh, Maller's Mark, here we go.
Are we quite sure she hasn't actually died this time, brother? She looks dead.
Smells it too. Ooh.
It has been a hard road. But I can clip you both around the ear to prove I am no ghost. If it would help.
Forgive us, Mother. We're just surprised you still know how to find your way home. She always brings the smartest people home, too.
Enough, Ryan. I taught you better manners than that.
No, you didn't.
A sending spell can carry 25 words. Do you know how many Jaheira's only message contained? In all this time she's been away? 7. The message went, "I'm sorry, you know what to do."
So why haven't you done it? You were supposed to get the young ones out of the city.
And you were supposed to be dead. That's what your oh-so-stoic message meant, yes? Yet here you are. So, what happened out there?
I got my skin saved by this one. We've come to take the fight to the cult, which is exactly why you all cannot be here.
Why? You plan on winning, don't you? You're the one who saved her, so tell me. Are we all doomed? So fight. That's what all you heroes and harpers are for, isn't it?
You are a very irritating girl.
This isn't your house, remember? You'll keep a civil tongue under our roof if we let you stay at all.
Have mercy, sister. She's old, after all.
So old! She can stay, but only if she brought home presents.
Seems I'm outvoted. See, Mother? That is how you go about talking things through with your family. Now, if there's more to discuss, then bloody well come in. And wipe your boots. Walk in death.
Ready and waiting. Well, certainly waiting. Onward.
coming along now.
Might as well.
At least things have stayed interesting.
I hope you were hibernating, little cub. I can't think of another reason you wouldn't come down to say hello.
Jaheira! I didn't want to see if you were really dead. They said...
Who said?
Jord and Ryan. They didn't think I could hear.
You little sneak thief? Well, they were wrong. Look! Not dead. I just... had a few adventures. Like,
Moonrise. Like the place from your stories, Jaheira.
the very same. We can give that one a happy ending after all. Now, cub, solitude is a wonderful thing, but not too much. Come downstairs and fight with your sisters.
Wait. Here. I was... keeping this safe.
My Harper pin. Oh, was a certain little sneak thief playing down in my sanctuary?
No.
This Harper pin opens more doors than most. Come down to my study and see if you can figure it out.
Throw me out. I laughed.
What a dreadful existence.
It was just...
Gentlemen, I am almost upon.
Better not be cursed.
Yes?
How this one.
Lead the way.
Worry about the next one when it comes.
What does this do?
Oh, come on, Ferdinand. I just trimmed you.
Should mind my step.
Wherever we go, ye gods, let there be something green. Pay no mind to those. You're probably safe so long as I am here. But if you do not trust me, take the weight from the pressure plate there. Oak Father, eat. Have no fear. The traps are meant for you. But, better to stick close, eh? Just like that. Patch of wilderness this city permits me. There ought to be supplies here to aid us.
Never a dull moment.
Let us show them how it's done.
What to do? Have I been this way before?
Nature's servant awaits. Haven't sprouted roots just yet.
Looking ahead. What path lies before me?
How high?
I'll see what I can do.
This ought to be good. Someday I will sit down. I mean it.
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
Yes? Go.
Nothing hurts anymore. in here? Rite of the Timeless Body. What's that about? I'd best ask Jaheira.
Gall and iron. A gift from my husband. I've had to renew parts over the years, but the heart remains the same as the day he gave it to me.
Still breathing, despite everything?
Yes? The threat of spanking never kept the children from poking through my things. Why should it deter you? It is a ritual, or it describes one at least, practiced by druids of certain esoteric circles. If they be learned and powerful enough, the practitioner of this ritual might slow their aging, extend their life well beyond its natural reach. It is not something you need concern yourself with. I've picked up stranger things in all my travels. Trust me. If you wish, it's possible I was a little too quick to judge, a little too caught up in ceremony. It is a ritual, or it describes. If they be learned and powerful enough, it is not something you need concern yourself. I have given you much reason to think that Harpers hoard secrets like precious stones, but I promise you, this was not some intrigue. Just, plain and simple foolishness. As if by keeping clear of my family, I might keep them clear of the cult in turn. And if this fight were to go against us, well, they had already done their mourning. Why visit it on them twice? Careful now. Only I get to say it. And my daughter, apparently. I was wrong to think I could keep my children from this fight. They're Baldurian born and bred. The only damned reason I root myself in this place. This city is a cesspit. An open sewer of the soul that taints us with its filth and churns us out when all that is good has been stripped away. It also happens to be their home. And so it is mine. Ugh. That might be the first time I have said that out loud. Now come. We had best get to saving it. Lest Ryan turn her ire on us both. Ask it. Oh dear. Should I brace myself for some fashion advice? But I suppose you have earned better than glibness from me. It was a gift from my husband Khalid. He was a harper. A better one than me, truth be told. Any idiot can swing a sword, but to believe in the cause with the whole of your heart, a much trickier thing. He died. Alone, in pain, and far too young. Murdered by a mage who craved immortality. I'll not grant it by naming him in the same breath as my husband. I've never known a warrior to go so far out of his way to avoid a fight, which meant the few he chose. Most harpers swagger and flash their feathers to catch your attention. Khalid was quiet to a fault. And when we were married, on an upturned cart in the rainy Dalelands, he stammered so much. I've never been sure if our vows actually counted. Oh, I'm sure time and an aging mind has smoothed out a few of his flaws. But he was a good man. The songs make much of Khalid's meekness. The quiet little harper who had to keep a tight hold on his courage, but he had it when it counted. And more than that, he had compassion. When you live a harper's life, see all that a harper sees, that is by far the harder thing to hold on to. But a bard can tell you all the rest. As for all the things they cannot, well, I shall just have to keep those for myself.
Dream in red.
At your command. Shake off the dust. Aye, aye.
Let's move. What's up for discussion?
Coming along nicely. I take no responsibility for your plants. You know I'm more of a mushroom man.
You've let my study turn into a thicket. Is this what I am hearing?
I tended to it. I just let it thrive in its own independence. You know, same way you raised us.
I raised you to be a sweet and kind boy. What happened?
I watched what you did instead of listening to what you said. This house has taken in a lot of children over the years. Mother dear was sometimes more commander than, well, mother dear.
Wards, family, lifelong irritants. Use whichever term you wish.
We were down the market when I was about 9 years old. Some merchant started in with the usual. Yes, but where's your family? Whose son are you, really? When Mother was done with him, well, let's say he won't have any sons of his own to worry about.
Nature's law in action.
Well, what are we reading now?
Oh,
More
stop
Londo?
sulking.
A fine day to you, sir. Are you known to this court? Sir Fluffington, an honor to host you in my manor.
Jessamine discovered an old family tree in my study. We haven't had a moment's peace since.
Tetherian nobility. You might be royalty, Jaheira. You don't want to be queen, of course, and Ryon curses too much, so it would have to be me.
Careful, girl. They have a habit of taking against tyrants there.
I'm not a tyrant. If anyone calls me one, I'll have Fig chop their head off.
I'd like Felices. Bad soil? Oh, Mother.
Show me a home with a lot.
Githyanki. The word means quite literally Gith's children. But I have never known family the way Jaheira knows it. My so-called cousins are simply spawn hatched from the same clutch. I will never know who laid the egg I hatched from. And until I met Jaheira's family, I never thought to wonder. Well, enough brooding. What did you need? Yes, the hammer is ours. The means to Orpheus's release is in our hands. To the Undercity, Voss must hear of our victory.
When we next enter the astral prism, we will break Orpheus free. Voss will... The party's full. You'll need to make room. Well chosen.
Still alive, so that's progress. Never wanted the easy path.
We await your good...
Kithrak Voss, may the astral sea be still as you cross it.
And may your mind be of steel, so your blade may be of silver to Lae'zel. Have you retrieved the Orphic Hammer? Will our prince's chains finally be broken? Not a new companion, but an old one, and a loyal one. A proper introduction is in order, but I will let him do the honors. The remaining honor guard serve as my eyes and ears. Vlaakith's forces hunt you and the prism. My allies have slayed more than you know, so that you might travel freely. As for those that break through, you've proven more than capable of bleeding them yourself. The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from the Lich Queen's tyranny. The prophecy is one step closer to fruition.
Gith's son will soon ride against Vlaakith, Voss, and I will follow him into battle.
And you will wield the greatest gift Mother Gith ever granted her dauntless children.
A silver sword. I will carry it for the honor of Gith, the great liberator, and her unforgotten son.
Istik, now that you have the hammer, you must find a way to enter the astral prism. Once inside, smash Orpheus's bonds. His cry will shake the plains, and I will fly to your aid. The Prince of the Comet will sear the heavens again. First we'll defeat the Absolute, then we let the Lich Queen tremble.
Think again. I will not permit your entry. No, there is not. When I am done with the Gith Princeling, you may do with him as you like, but not a moment before.
Questions, Istik? You seem to be lost in thought. The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Geich. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you. Istik, friend to Orpheus. Together we will end the Elder Brain which shakes this city. Then I turn my sights to Vlaakith, the Queen of Deceit. When you break Prince Orpheus free, his psionic cry will alert us. Fell the Elder Brain and thwart the
Since I was old enough to hold a blade, I've dreamt of wielding a silver sword. The swords cleave both meat and mind, body and brain. To swing one, mesmerizing. To be slain by one, agonizing. Everyone I bleed with the sword will be my tribute to Prince Orpheus. Certainly not. or the Prince's honor guard would have already fractured his prison. Only the Orphic Hammer can break Orpheus free. A Kithrak's silver sword is more than a weapon. It is an extension of your will, an entire limb unto itself. You merely need to think strike, and it strikes. The sword carves the correct path, and carries your arm with it. The ancient slates tell us that each sword holds a fragment of the living gate, a flesh portal made from the stuffs of nightmare. The silver injures the body, the gate's flesh injures the mind, a formidable weapon against Gaich. Very well.